Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to highlight Games Planet's huge spring sale where they are rotating in new deals every day, and today they've got a batch of great deals live right now. Some older titles, some newer titles, some classics, some games that are a little under the radar. Want to highlight some of the games, but I'm not going to go over everything, of course. Keep the tabs on the page yourself, and there's a lot of deals going live. There's a lot of deals that are running the entire duration of the sale. Definitely some quality stuff to pick up, so let's get right into it, and we'll cover 10 or so games here pretty quickly, and links to all of these will be in the description box below. Of course, if you buy anything, I do get an affiliate revenue kickback, so that is much appreciated. First of all, we have Bayonetta 70% off for $5.99, an over-the-top action title, pretty well known at this stage of the game. Platinum Games did a great job with this, and stylistically, the game is great. It's super flashy as far as the gameplay goes, and for $6, it's a great pickup. Yes, it's a little bit on the shorter side, but you're talking about only spending $6. I feel like that is a great buy. Want to give a mention to a throwback, Lost Planet Extreme Condition, 84% off for $2.40. Man, this is an old game that I feel like a lot of you guys, if you're around my age, are going to be incredibly nostalgic about. Lost Planet was a game that dropped back in, I want to say, 2007, and it definitely shows its age at this stage of the game, but it's still an enjoyable action title, and there's a lot of robots that you fight. An over-the-top action game here as well, done by Capcom. For this price at $2.40, if you're nostalgic about it like me, I think it could be a good pickup. Next up, we have Alan Wake, 58% off for $6.30. Obviously, we're going to be coming up on the release of Alan Wake 2, hopefully later this year, so now not a bad time to check out Alan Wake. Alan Wake came out back in 2010 on the 360, ultimately saw a PC release as well. The issue with Alan Wake, especially with its initial release, $60 for a game that was around 8 hours long, 7 hours even, a little bit too much, but at this price point, I think Alan Wake is a great pickup. Visually, it still looks pretty solid, and from an atmosphere standpoint, I think the game is just tremendous. So, you know, obviously also from a narrative standpoint, it's great. $6.30 I feel like is a really good pickup for this. You'll get a Steam key for that as well, so that's great. You'll get Steam keys for all of these, by the way, so yeah, they'll redeem directly on there, but Alan Wake, good pickup there. Want to give a shout to F.E.A.R and F.E.A.R 2 Project Origin. Again, throwback titles here. F.E.A.R is some of those games, again, much like Lost Planet, I grew up with these titles. F.E.A.R 2 especially was the first one that I checked out, but most people would say that F.E.A.R is the first game is the stronger title. Horror action shooters here for $1.40 and $3.30 respectively. Both quality pickups, so definitely titles to check out there. Next up, Persona 4 Golden, 35% off for $13. We'll go through all the Persona titles, but I think from a value standpoint, this is the best deal that they have. Persona 4 Golden is an improved version of Persona 4, which is widely considered to be one of the best PS2 JRPGs ever released, and honestly, one of the best JRPGs ever released. Persona is that damn consistent, and Persona 4 Golden was a nice improvement upon that. Unlike Persona 3 Portable, which we'll get to, Persona 4 Golden didn't have any sacrifices made for this portable release. Initially, it was on the PS Vita. It was Persona 4, and it was an enhanced release of Persona 4, and now you're getting that on PC, you're getting that at $13, just a tremendous, tremendous price for this great soundtrack, great cast of characters, and a great price point as well. Persona 3 Portable just came out back in January. It is 27% off for $14.50. This is the weakest release that is available on PC. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but Persona 3 Portable does negate a lot of the exploration elements of Persona 3, and you don't have the FES content, which I know is a little bit of a mixed bag as far as reception goes on that end, but still, Persona 3 is a fantastic game and has a compelling narrative. Rumblings are they might be doing a remake of it, fingers crossed on that happening, but $14.50 for Persona 3 Portable is a good price, and I would still say, you know, if you're a Persona fan, it's worth a look for sure. They do also have Persona 5 on sale, a little bit more expensive, as this is the premier Persona title, 38% off for $37. Still very much worth it. Persona 5, to a lot of people, is considered the best of the series. I'll go back between Persona 5 and Persona 4. But 5 is great. Royal does add a sizable amount of content, and for $37, yes, it's expensive, but given that you're going to get well over 100 hours of gameplay, I would say it's still a pretty good pickup, all things considered. Next up, we have A Plague Tale Innocence, 78% off for $8.75. A fantastic atmospheric, narrative-driven adventure game. You know, when you talk about narrative-driven titles, sometimes they're a little bit slower paced and they take a little bit to get going. With A Plague Tale Innocence, it really picks up right away, and you're getting a compelling experience the whole way through. I think for $8.75, this is just a fantastic game that I would strongly recommend. And obviously, gotta give a shout to the sequel, A Plague Tale Requiem. Now, Requiem is available through Xbox Game Pass, so you can play it that way if you're not a fan of Game Pass. It is 40% off for $29.99. Bear in mind, it just came out back in October, so that's where the price comes from. One of the more technically demanding PC titles that you're going to come across, but visually, it looks great. Once again, an incredibly compelling narrative, an emotional game as well, and an improvement upon Innocence. If you want both games, they do have a bundle that includes both Innocence and Requiem. For $37, you'll only save, like, what, $2 and change, so, you know, not a sizable savings there. Actually, $1.75 is how much you'd be saving. So, not a gigantic savings, but you do want to get both. You can check that out. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, 87% off for $3.75. Just a disgustingly good deal as far as this is concerned. It's a great game, definitely pretty challenging, has a little bit of jank to it, don't get me twisted, as far as that's concerned. This game had issues when it was initially released on PS3, especially from a technical standpoint, but those are pretty much remedied with the PC release, and it does have a lot of bonus content, being that this is the Dark Arisen version. $3.75, I think, is a great pickup for this. If you want more of a challenging action RPG, a lot of content, you'll have it here. Dragon's Dogma 2 is in development, but we probably won't see that for quite a while. Next up, we have Soul Hackers 2, 67% off for $19.99. Soul Hackers 2 isn't perfect, but I enjoyed a lot of elements about this game. The cast of characters were great. Ringo is an awesome main character. The soundtrack is fantastic. The story is incredibly compelling. The real drawback to this game is some of the dungeon design is just very head-scratching and just annoying to go through. It becomes a little tedious, to say the least, but overall, it's still a really solid JRPG. Sizable amount of content here as well for $19.99. I think it's a pretty good pickup. And lastly, do want to give a shout out to Middle-earth: Shadow of War, 88% off at $6.24. Great open-world action-adventure game, satisfying combat, good story, great visuals on this one, still holds up well. I mean, it came out back in 2017, so it's not like it's that dated, but really, really solid action title here. I would recommend you to play Shadow of Mordor first, but Shadow of War, great game here as well. So that is going to do it for me. Again, Games Planet Spring Sale is bringing with it a ton of awesome deals. I just went through some of them that piqued my interest, but there's a lot more deals available. You know, you got stuff like Crusader Kings 3, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is on sale. You have Steel Rising, which is a recent release, and a lot of deals are cycling in every day. So have a look at the site yourself. I'll be sure to cover it more as more deals roll in. That'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.